Hello folks, this is Keith at Don Redwood Groves, and today we're working on getting power from the solar panels to the barn and power from the barn up to the aquaponics greenhouse. So we're going to be digging some trenches, running some lines, having some fun. Stick with me, let's have fun. Okay, so we're going to be running a line from here down to the barn. That's where we're digging a trench right now for the solar system. And then we're going to come to also that spot and go all the way up. Come right across, I think you can see that orange line. Right up through here, we're going to feed up through here and go all the way past through those little rocks right, oops, will it be point where we're looking at. Those rocks right through there and over into the greenhouse for the aquaponics. Not this greenhouse, but the aquaponics greenhouse. So we're going to work on that and dig some trenches and lay some lines. Alrighty, so here is the wire going to the aquaponics. It is a 10 gauge 3-wire, and I am putting it in an 1.25" electric PVC conduit. So what I've done is I've laid the line out, and instead of trying to put the pipe down and then snake it through, I'm snaking each pipe up at a time, and then I'll just glue them and put them together and we can drop it in. That is the concept. I'm thinking it's going to be easier than trying to snake. I have a 100-foot snake, I don't have a 200-foot snake, so I have to go get a 200-foot, 200-plus snake and trying to feed this through. I'm sure it isn't that difficult, but doing one 10-foot at a time, I can keep an eye and make sure I don't catch or gouge any of the insulation, and just be a little bit more conscientious and careful with it. So that's what we're going to try doing, and we're digging the trench right now, as you can see, for this line. Okay, so how I am doing this is I have a bungee strap tied to a weight, and I've got just like chokehold on the cable. I'll take that off, I'll hand feed a 10-foot pipe on, and once it gets all the way through, I'll put the bungee strap back on, which puts a little tension on the cable, and then I can walk it right up and keep everything going. So it seems to be working okay. Okay, so we've snaked each 10-foot section, or snaked the wire through each 10-foot section, and we've glued it, and now it's time to set it in the trench. So we're going to set it in the trench. He's still digging up there, but we'll get this in and then we'll get a final dimension of what we need to add on, elbow and go up, and then we can backfill this thing right away. So I think it worked out good. One of the things you got to watch out for is when you're running the pipe through, that you don't scratch the insulation. So it's easier to use the flange section first and run that through. Gives you a little bit more room and kind of hold your hand. You get a little rope burn, but it worked out okay. I did about almost 190 feet, so it came out okay. It worked out a lot better with an extra person holding the cable and that, but my weight system worked along enough to get the helper here and get everything going. So let's get it in the hole. Alrighty, so we got the 1.5" going over to where the solar is going to go. Got to straighten that out once we start backfilling a little bit, and we've got the 10 3-wire plus ground going up to the greenhouse. So everything is in place. I will fish the line in for the solar panels once we get the solar panels up and get that box on, but it's only 44 feet and 1.5 inches, so that's going to be a heck of a, or 1.25 inches, sorry, a heck of a lot easier. But we'll get this all backfilled and we'll be done with this one. So hey, I'm looking forward to having this thing powering the facility. Alrighty, we are backfilling. You can see we're just over probably 2 feet once we got out of the rock, this right here was a big, huge granite rock. If you remember correctly, my saw is on a rock. We believe it's the same rock. Could be a different one, but it's big, and it seemed to be tapering off just as we went through. We didn't hit it real well. We did on the line for the solar, but it was even a little lower. You can see on that, we're again good 2 foot down underground, so shouldn't hit by anybody. It's only me here, so I think we should be good. Let's keep getting this thing all covered up. It's amazing what a good operator can do. I wanted to do this, but this would have took me forever. I will get some time on it to play with it. We've got a few hours with this machine, so it'll be good, but we'll get this mainly quick filled, and then he'll do a quick, nice grade. We put this here, the natural drain for rainfall seems to fall right here, and that's pretty much all rock too, again right there, or really at least hard clay. We don't get a lot of soil erosion. So we moved it over here so that we didn't play in the rainfall and get into an issue. The tracks on this are kind of bare. There's not a lot of tread left on them, so they do a little spinning, but it does okay. It's a rental. Well, I think that's good for now. I'll keep you up when we're getting further along. So right here we dug the trench right next to this down redwood, and actually there's a Japanese maple right there that we want to keep. So you can't really blade it. You're going to have to use your bucket, kind of smush it back down and level it out. So that's what he's doing on this. It also went through our rock garden that was right here, so we had to move a couple rocks, dig up some few plants here, and we'll get that all back together and make it pretty again. But for now, it's a little bit torn up. All for the world of progress, right? Alrighty, well here's the update. We do have it all buried. Again, the line here is for the solar, which is going to go up to there once I get the solar system in. No cables in there yet, but we did run a 10-3 with ground all the way up to the greenhouse. We did do quick rough grade, and we did a compaction down over the trenches to try to get this thing compact. So it's not a perfect grade yet, but we are getting closer, and it does look a lot nicer. So I'm pretty happy with it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, give me that thumbs up. Please hit that subscribe button if you haven't, and please share with a friend. See you in the next video. This is Keith, down Redwood Grows.